Welcome back. Yes, I promised a little tennis chat. Let's do a deep dive because the US Open requires it right now. It's in full swing, and we've already had a major casualty with defending women's champion Iga Swiatek being knocked out by American teenager Coco Gauff, who has some fire in her eyes this year. Then in the men's division, plenty of fire there as well. Novak Djokovic looked like, well, about 27 years old as he reached his 47th semi-final. That's one more than Fed. Can anyone stop him from reaching his 24th Grand Slam? Well, most likely Carlos Alcaraz. Is that going to happen? Well, we're going to find out from our A1 paddle director, Luke Potter. This has been a great Grand Slam.
Drama, drama, drama. The American way.
Yeah, the American way. And I love the fact that the American fans, who are so vocal, have almost, they were that little X factor that seemed to get Djokovic fired up. He was ready for that match. He was ready to dominate. He looks ready to take another 5 Grand Slams, to be honest. Is this his year? Is he going to become the GOAT?
Oh, this is
he already?
I just wanted to say, for many people, he's the GOAT.
He already is.
If you look at the stats, I mean, he's missing one title, which is an Olympic gold medal at this stage. He's done everything. He's got the most slams. He's got the greatest stats. He has to be considered up there.
Yeah.
You're talking about him going through the motions. To me, it feels like he's done it all. I'm the man. I'm alpha.
Yeah.
Come beat me.
But this is the thing, and he's proven in every kind of circumstance that he can do it. And I think he holds his mental resilience as probably his most powerful tool in that space. And we can see it. There is something that happens with his eyes, though, and the way when he looks at his box, or if someone kind of pushes that nerve in a match, you can literally see him dial in
100%.
And get that focus. It's amazing. Ben Shelton, should we be scared of Ben Shelton? Well, I think physically we should be scared of a man who can serve a ball at well over 200 kilometers an hour.
240 k's an hour in his quarterfinals. I mean, the guy is not big. Love him or hate him, typical American.
Yeah, bombastic.
Bombastic in your face. Guys are saying, geez, does he have to be so arrogant? I think he does. You know, when you're playing against these guys, keep in mind, he's only turned pro a year ago.
If you don't back yourself, you're not. The rest of that stadium is not going to back you.
No one knows who you are. So,
exactly.
I mean, he's a new kid on the block. He's done exceptionally well. He's playing in his first sort of Grand Slam. You know, he's jumped considerably. I mean, he was like 165, I think, somewhere around there when he turned pro, down to 45 already in a year. I mean, he's done exceptionally well. You know, we've seen in pro, in these types of big tournaments, anything can happen.
Can happen, especially. And it's the last Grand Slam. It's a fairy tale kind of story. There's a lot of magic wound up in this.
And Americans are behind him. His whole country is behind him. Whether that's pressure on a young shoulder like that or not, too early to tell, but
I somehow think American kids are used to playing in front of like sold-out stadiums of 80,000 at school level. Yeah. So I think for them, they love it. They just feed off that hype. We love the fact that this is where this crazy year kind of culminates. Carlos Alcaraz, he almost feels like a genetic experiment where they've taken the best of every player from the last 3 generations and included it in one. He's got the self-belief. He's got the talent. Now it's just waiting, really, for his moment.
My favorite interview is where they said exactly that. They said, but you've got, you know, Federer's beautiful backhand, and you've got the, you know, the resilience and the physicality, you know, of a Nadal. And he turned around and he went, but I don't want to be any of those guys. I want to be me, you know. And that's his, let's call it trump card in many ways. Can he win? Yes. Head-to-head against Djokovic. You've got to look at this. 50 times they've played. 27-23 to Djokovic.
Yeah.
13-6 in finals. So if they get to a final, Djokovic believes he can win.
He can do it. Well, he knows he can win, and I think there's power in that.
Definitely.
But I love the fact that you've got a young man's belief in himself. He hasn't had that dented out of him. And the fact that they've had what feels like a career-long rivalry in this short amount of time already, I love it. So the stage is set. Let's just hope both of them do make it to the final. All due respect to our other quarterfinalists and our semi-finalists. One person who I'm gutted for, because it felt like her year, what it always feels like her year or her year, Grand Slam, Ons Jabeur. Is this a mental thing? Is her game not complete enough yet? From your, obviously we don't have a personal connection to her, so this is all just guesswork, but from your gut feel, what is that missing piece in her game? Mental.
She's got every attribute of being, well, she's a phenomenal player.
She really is, yeah.
She's there. I think there's so much pressure from her own country, from the continent.
From South Africa.
From everywhere. Everybody wants her to win. She's such a nice lady. the problem is when you get to that stage, for 1 second you do not believe in yourself, and there's a little shadow of doubt. There's always these youngsters coming in that are going to try and beat you.
And it's their sole focus.
Focus. If you're looking now, Coco, we're going to talk about, I'm sure, about this.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course when you're playing these Americans in America, I mean, you're playing a nation, to your point.
Yeah.
60,000 people screaming against you. It's tough out there.
And they're not shy. So, and we love the fact that the Americans respond to that very quickly. Coco Gauff, we've been waiting for her to come good. She's taken time to manage her career, which it feels like is a really good, solid base.
Yeah.
Now, there is that fire. Talk about the fire in the eye. She wants this. Is this her year, do you think?
Listen, if she can get into the final, I think this could be her year. I think every single American is hoping and rooting that this is indeed her year. She had a very big setback. You know, she fell short in the French Open. She got beat quite nasty in that final. It would be nice to see her win. I think for the country, for her personally, her growth, she's young. Is she the next aspiring great American? She could be.
Well, this is the opportunity to absolutely prove it. And what that previous loss in the final seems to have done is just stoked the fire even more. If you've got predictions, if you want to connect with this absolute champion and put your own prowess to work at A1 Paddle, make contact, get out there and start moving. That's what I love about these Grand Slams. They get us all thinking that we can move like a professional tennis player. Ewan, give it a go.